And I'm Michele.
And we're the Tomfoolery Fun Club.
Welcome to another episode of Straight Outta Tomfoolery.
Celebrity Series. We'll be welcoming back another one of our comedians who's joined us in a previous Tomfoolery event.
Yes.
Happy February.
Yes, happy February. Time is flying. It seemed like it was just New Year's, and now we're almost midway through February.
It's really flying by.
I know.
How's it going? What have you been up to?
Oh, my goodness. It's going well. But, spring's coming, and then after spring comes summer. And then, you want to be ready to wear summer clothes. Like, I love my summer dresses. And so we both started something this week, didn't we?
Yes, we did, because we can't wear blazers over our golf shirts. Yes. So, I'm on a mission to lose a few pounds.
And so am I. So we decided to go into this together and do a 3-day juice cleanse.
Started the 3-day juice cleanse yesterday, and I made it till about dinner time before I basically ate everything in the refrigerator.
Yeah, I made it until today lunch, and then I was just like broke down. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I did okay. I was doing okay until, like I said, right around dinner time. You get 6 different juices.
Yes.
One is like a fruity, and another has kale, whatever it is. The green ones don't taste all that great.
Right. The green ones are very earthy. The kale is very earthy.
Yeah.
I like the Rise and Shine was a lemony, and the orange one had a lot of carrots, so it was orangey. You got a ginger shot in the morning. How'd you like the ginger shot?
I'm not a big fan of the ginger. All of them have ginger in it.
Yes.
And ginger's strong. What's with all the ginger?
Yeah, it had like ginger and cayenne pepper in that ginger shot. I drank it. It was like, woo! It was a little something.
Yeah, I didn't make it very good, but so it's on to if anybody wants any juice, I've got 12 bottles of juice and 2 ginger shots. I'll sell them cheap. But seriously, if anyone out there has any ideas as to how I could possibly lose, what do you think?
Well, let's say 10 pounds.
Well, let's say 20.
Okay.
If anybody has any ideas how I could lose 20 pounds by
tomorrow?
Next weekend. No, let's be realistic. By next Saturday, that'd be fine. Go ahead, put them in the comments, or call me, or just come over. Yeah, I'm desperate. I need to get going here.
Right, your golf season is going to start. We love golfing, so golf season's going to start. I want to be out there, be able to wear my skirts and.
Well, I'd like to be able to look down and see the golf ball. I mean, that's my motivation to losing weight. But it's going to happen.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. You know me, I'm a yeser.
Absolutely.
I'm a yeser, so I say yes. On
the tomfoolery front, we've got some pretty exciting things in the works, I think. We're still a few months away from really scheduling or from performing.
Right. Being open to the public and having large audiences again. But a lot of good, exciting things happening. I'm excited.
If you call what we do performing, I'm not. That's up for debate.
Well, our comedians.
Our performers are ready to perform.
Yes.
We're ready to facilitate. As of right now, we've got shows scheduled for the fall, in October, November, December. But we hope to have some things. Of course, we hope to have things going right now. But it looks like it's going to be a little while. But we'll keep you posted.
Yes. So stay tuned for more on the tomfoolery front.
Absolutely. And today we're going to be joined by a very special friend of ours, a gentleman by the name of Adam Minnick, who's been with us a couple of times in Tomfoolery. Very funny guy. I think you'll enjoy him.
Yeah, so stay tuned.
Let's do this by a round of applause. How many people here think that I look like I'm Jewish? Okay. I'm not, but welcome, racists. Welcome to the show. When you look like this, it's not easy growing up. I remember when I was a kid, people would say stuff to me. Like this one day, this guy goes, "Hey, Adam, it's Saturday. Shouldn't you be going to synagogue?" I'm like, "No, I'm Catholic, Dad."
And that was Adam Minnick at one of his recent performances at the Roxy Theater in Lockport, Illinois. And we're joined by Adam today. And hey, whoa, there he is. He's in the TV. Look at there. Hi, Adam. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Hey, Adam, you've been with us a couple of times. When I say us, you've been with the Tomfoolery Fun Club a couple of different occasions, and we sure appreciate that. And everybody has always enjoyed your act.
Yes.
Kind of share with us a little bit. How'd you get started in comedy? How did that occur?
Oh, I got started. I was doing when I was at Xavier University in Cincinnati. I was doing improv, and there was a Mr. Muskie pageant because of Xavier University. Our mascot's a musketeer. And so the pageant basically was a spoof on the Miss America pageant. I decided for my talent, I would do stand-up comedy. I had never done stand-up comedy before. So I listened to Steve Martin, a couple of CDs, and then I did half of his and half of mine. So I kind of stole his stuff. And it went well. It went great. So then I went, about a year later, I went down to the Funny Bone in Cincinnati for an open mic. I'm like, I nailed it the first time, but you know what? I'm going to do all my own material, 5 minutes. And I bombed horribly. It was probably the worst experience of my life.
5 minutes can be long when you're on stage, right?
They said do 5 minutes. I maybe had 3 minutes, and I invited some friends, and you could hear a pin drop in the.
I used to be a Catholic school teacher. Anyone else make bad choices? Anyone? Just me. It is a challenging job being a teacher. Your first year, the kids will push you. They know you're new. I remember my first year, I had my headphones put in a glass of water, my car was keyed, and there was a hate note on my desk. Yeah, that was the toughest preschool class I'd ever taught. Like that. Call me Mr. Poopyhead. So I think I was bullied.
So tell us a little bit about the time that you first got billing for a show. How did that feel? Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, it was. It felt like I had made progress. Like to me, it was one of the goals I wanted to reach in comedy. Like my first goal was to write one joke that worked. And then I never thought I'd get to the point where I would have enough time to have billing, to actually get booked somewhere. So for me, that was it was exciting. It made me feel like I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing what it takes to make progress, to improve, to get better.
And I asked married couples, like, how long they've been married, and the whole thing, like, no one gets the butterflies in their stomach. I don't believe that. We watched a lot of Hallmark movies, my wife and I. Love terrible movies. And there's a scene in it that this guy goes, Martha and I have been married 50 years, and every time she walks in the room, I get butterflies in my stomach. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're having a stroke. I did another show, this couple in the, like, halfway in the back. I go, how long have you been married? He goes, we're not married, we're dating. How long have you been living together? 20 years. I go, I think you're married. I'm pretty sure she tricked you, so. No. And I'm a little old-fashioned when I take my wife on dates. Like, I'll open a door for her, I'll pay for her meals, I won't let her vote. Like, I'm pretty old-fashioned. There's some things I found out after being married I didn't realize. My wife loves to do the escape room. You guys have it up here? Is Lockport just one big escape room? I don't know. I found out, and here's the thing, if you never played a game, here's the idea. You get your friends together, you go to a room, they lock you up, you have to find your own way out. In other countries, they call that kidnapping.
So what about your material? You talked about Steve Martin a little while ago. What inspires you to write your jokes? Where do you come up with this stuff?
What inspires me is just my mind's constantly running on how can I find jokes, what can I think. The way my mind is now wired is how do I make a joke out of anything? Now this is where my mind goes now, Tom. I don't know if you heard about this. And Michele, there was a baby announcement. And what I get tired of everyone's trying to one up each other on baby announcements. Like one, they burned down a forest in California. This one in Iowa, I think it was Iowa and Nebraska. They, I guess they had taken a aluminum pipe. They covered one end. They put a color of gunpowder, blue or pink, into it, and they fired it off, and it shot out, essentially making a pipe bomb. And so it actually hit the grandmother, knocked her out. They had to rush her to the ER. And the first thing I thought was it a boy or a girl? This is another thing, like example, like we got a lot of snow last night in Cincinnati. We got close to a foot. And so all my neighbors are out helping each other. Like it was that commercial, like to pass it on. Like one person does something nice, and next, like my neighbor, he shoveled our walk. And then my other neighbor, she cleared all the cars off. And then I just got a cup of coffee and watched them. That's...
Another thing my wife found out she loves watching is the show Snapped. Ladies, that is your show? Yeah. Yeah, men, that is a show based on women murdering their husbands. That's the entire show, every episode. Yeah, I walked in the house, my wife was watching, I go, Alice, how can you watch this show? She's like, I just want to see how they do it. Like that. Detective in one of the episodes says that the reason why women have their husbands murdered is not because of jealousy or passion. It's because of huge bank accounts, large savings, large insurance policies. And then she looks at me and she goes, you have nothing to be worried about.
Who would you say you kind of look up to or look to inspiration for as a comedian?
Mine would be my all-time favorite is Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld. As you can tell by my posters behind me, it's all about Seinfeld. I love Seinfeld, David Spade, Norm Macdonald, Brian Regan, just guys who I feel like I know I'm not like them, but as far as cleanliness, I can kind of work in that same arena.
Adam, if you were to talk to a new comedian, somebody just coming up the ranks a little bit, what advice would you give that person?
Oh man, I would say if this is keep doing what you're doing. There's going to be a lot of failure. There's going to be success. You kind of have to take one with the other. Don't. And I had heard this from another comic. Don't let the lows be real low. Don't let the highs be real high. Kind of like try to keep it middle of the ground. Don't get stuck in your head too much. That's what I do. I get stuck in my head when I have a bad show. It's in my mind. I can't get out of my head. I got to have another good show just to fix that. Another one is just write what you know. That's the most in comedy. It's almost a cliche is write what you know. But to be honest, that's the best advice I ever got was write what you know, because even though we all have similar situations and experiences, they're still a little unique to us. So we can still find a way to connect with audiences that are complete strangers that they said, yeah, I've been there before. I have a connection with that. So write what you know and just get up.
Mm-hmm. Right. So kind of like fail up, right? Fail and work your way up. Fail up. Okay, good.
Now, I was just thinking when you mentioned that time where you had the 5 minutes where it seemed like it was forever, and I'm sure something like that is something you'll never forget. What about at the other end of the spectrum? What about one of those nights where you just had everything working? Do you recall that time? And, how do you use that maybe in your performances now?
When I have a great night, when everything's just clicking, this is what I think this is another comedian thing. I still find something wrong with the set. I'll find there's maybe one person in the audience that wasn't laughing, and that'll drive me crazy. And so I've learned to try to mature in this business where just enjoy it, enjoy the moment, enjoy the experience, and know that not every show is going to be a great show, going to go well, and not every show is going to go terribly. You just there's always going to be one show that doesn't go as well as the others, and I have to expect that. Again, don't dwell on it. That's kind of what I want to take away from that.
Here's a life hack. If you want to feel better going to the gym, I try to find a weaker person, work out next to that person. I already feel better about myself. Saw this guy the other day, couldn't lift anything, dorky pudge. I'm like, that guy's a total geek. That guy, holy shit, that's a mirror. That is.
So Adam, where do you want to go from here? In a perfect world, where do you want to go from here?
I want to be touring and headlining. That's kind of one of the goals. I'm doing some headlining work and in feature work, but I still want to get to the point where I'm headlining every show. That would be quite the accomplishment.
Yes. Now, if we wanted to share how people can follow you, where are you at in social media, and how can people follow you, see where you're at, see what you're doing, and what's next?
The easiest way to get a hold of me and see what I'm doing is go to my website. It's adamminnick.com. I would say the www, but everyone's got that. Everyone knows that. But it's just adamminnick.com. You can also look at me on Facebook. I will become your friend. I am very desperate, especially in COVID. It's just my wife and I, and she says I need to find more friends. So I'll be a friend on Facebook. But then Facebook, website, probably the easiest way is LinkedIn. If nobody uses that anymore. But yeah.
Well, there you have it. Adam Minnick, comedian extraordinaire. He'll be with us again soon. I'm Tom.
I'm Michele.
And I'm Adam.
And we're the Tomfoolery Fun Club. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time.
Another thing I found out after being married, this stuff is no longer my stuff. It is our stuff. Married men, you can back me up on this one. For example, I love McDonald's French fries. I'll see a drive-thru. I go, do you want some fries? She's like, I'm good. By the time I leave the drive-thru, they're all gone. She's like, our fries. Like, this kind of sucks. I was watching TV. I was watching Terminator. She comes in, takes the controller, puts on tennis. I go, what the hell? She's like, our TV. Like, this really sucks. I was in Portland, Oregon 2 years ago doing shows. This girl was talking to me after the show, buying me drinks, wouldn't leave me alone. I called my wife when I get back to the room, told her what happened. She goes, oh, so she was hitting on you. I was like, no, she was hitting on us. What about... We're both pretty hot. Yeah.